Right guys, welcome back to the latest episode of Caravan Carpers. Just me again today. Luke was supposed to be coming, but he's not ended up coming with us, so that's a shame. Currently getting absolutely pestered by two swans at the minute, and they're driving me insane. Had a bit of a mishap before, so basically I've just got my boat back. I've got Shaniqua, my RT4. She's just come back from Germany and been fixed. Basically one of the motors went, so it got sent back, and it's just come back now. And I turned it on, and I had some crap stuck in one of the actual I don't know what you call them, the levers, you know, for dropping the bait. So I put it out, turned the receiver on, dropped the bait right in front of my peg. So I've been peppered by swans since then. They've been driving me mad. Apologies for the terrible hat as well. It's our Luke's, but he's got a whopping head, so God knows how this fits on his head, because he's got a proper basketball head. We used to call him Spalding as a kid. So yeah, so it's a bit terrible, babe, but it's got a built-in torch. I think it's one of them oldest fishing special numbers. I think my mum bought us one each actually for caravan. I've lost mine, but I've also lost my JRC out at the minute, so there's no worrying me wearing the badge to the side, which has been doing my head in. Every time I seem to video it, the badge is off piste. So it's been out. I've got two just small pop-ups on, and I've got one zig about two, well it's not about, it is exactly 2 foot. I used the ray marine, took the ray marine out. I actually mapped the lake. I'll show you what that looks like. I mapped all my swim and that, and I've, like, because the bailiff told me to look for 2 deep holes, one in peg, one in swim. This one's driving me insane. Evening carpers. Well, I've just had a bit of an absolute nightmare. This day is turning into an absolute nightmare. So first of all, this morning someone back copied my details and set up a load of fraudulent accounts in my missus' name, so that was a starter for the day. And then the boat was playing up, managed to tangle 2 of my rods up, had to strip everything down and start again. And then just then I thought I'm in, I couldn't believe it. So I found a nice patch, a little deep patch actually, about 7 foot out, straight out in front of swim 7, and it was nice and clean and that anyway, so you can see it from the ray marine. And I thought, hey, I'm in. I heard a couple of beeps and that, struck into it, nothing much really. I thought, oh, I don't know if there's any nuisance fishing here like bream or whatever, but it was coming in like a bream. And then it broke the surface, and it turns out it was a coot. I know my rigs are working because it was hooked, not in the wing or anything like that. It were right in his tongue, which made me feel a bit guilty, to be honest. And then on his way in, he decided to start swimming down, because I didn't want to pull him in too hard at his neck or anything like that. So I started to, and then he got close and he dived in and he wrapped around all 3 of my lines, so he wiped out all 3 rods. So you probably see it in the video that I've done, how quickly I can get the rods back out with using the RT4's autopilot. Marked a few spots. I set up a route, and what it does is it fires out there, goes out, drops your rig, comes back straight back to the side, and then ready for your next one. So great little bit of kit. Absolutely love it. It's just come back from Germany. She's called Shaniqua, that's what we've nicknamed her, because she's got a bad attitude, and she had to go back to Germany. Just been picked up by a coot. Not picked up, I've actually just caught it, to be honest. I've just had to untangle it. It's just wiped out all 3 of my rods. So what I am using today is the RT4. I'll show you it going out in a minute, but basically I've got my spots already set up. So I've got a 2 foot zig on there. I have got the zig dropper for it, but I've not got it with me at the minute. So, well, I have got it with me, it's just in the van. But I'm going to go and put my left hand rod back out, and I'll show you how easy it is. Right, so I've just stuck the boat in. I've just been wiped out by a coot. So I'm just going to use a route. I've set one up, so my left hand rod, which is there, you can see it. I'll just come up on the map there, there's like a deep spot there, so I've got a zig in there. So I'll just click start route and go. Start auto drive. That's the boat on its way out now. I'll zoom in there for you. You better see where the boat is and where it's going. So it's got closer now. The boat's actually started to slow down a little bit. Slowed right down. It's getting over the spot now, you can tell. Yep, now it's holding its position. Dropping the rig. And now it's on its way back to me. As quick as that. That's how easy it is to put a rig out with an RT4. Got a little pot noodle hack for you as well. I bring just a Tupperware tub like this. Saves having a lot of crap with. And then you get the no pot noodles. Boom. You can smash loads of these in your bag rather than having loads of round things. Just pack it. Tastes just pretty much the same as a pot noodle. Obviously I've not brought no food with me today. I couldn't be bothered bringing cooking gear because I was setting up late. And you know when you're not interested, so I'm going to smash myself out a cheeky pot noodle, as you do. And chill out for a bit now after the nightmare that I've had. Morning campers. Well, pretty uneventful last night. Got up about 4 o'clock just for a little bit of a look around, see if I could see anything. Pretty good actually, because I was looking forward to doing some photography this morning, but it started raining. All the bivvy was frozen, all the rods were frozen. It always makes like a really nice shot, that. So yeah, I was a little bit gutted. I woke up, had quite heavy rain this morning. Curse of the Delkins kicked in as well, so obviously I've got the new ones. I've got the old ones and the new ones, but the new ones are a lot better. But the only problem is you can put it on a mode called Do Not Disturb, so I had the sensitivity on them set quite high because I was fishing zigs, and through the day I was trying to fish for liners. I had the sensitivity on them quite high, and I hadn't turned that down overnight. So obviously when the rain started this morning, it set them off. So yeah, that was a bit of a bummer. So I had to get out in the rain, got a bit wet, turn the sensitivity down, and they're fine now. They don't go off like the old ones do. I had a bit of an indication in the night. I think it was something like a coot or some animal anyway, basically, because my right hand rod screamed off, and when I jumped out the bivvy like a maniac, like you do, there was something scampering up the bank and back in the water, so don't know what it was, but it weren't a fish anyway. Plan of today is, and to be honest, I'm just going to leave the rigs out today. Just leave them out from last night. Pretty happy with the spots that I've got. I think what people sometimes don't realise is that through winter it's not easy. You see videos of people catching, or sesh, done 5 fish, done this, done that, but it's not always the case through winter. And to be honest, if I scratch a bite through winter, I'm quite happy generally. I don't. Morning campers. Well, do you know what? I'm going to do a section to my vlog called Rant of the Week. I think it'd be quite a funny thing, like, but it's addressed some quite true issues really, within fishing and that. But like, what you find nowadays is that online, the world is full of keyboard warriors. Do you know? I can see why people who are new to the sport genuinely are scared to ask questions about anything, you know, because they literally get hammered. And I get it, I get the questions get asked a lot and stuff like that, but everyone's got to learn somewhere. You know, like, I think if any of you are new to fishing, or you're watching the channel and that, what you want to find yourself is somewhere where people answer the question that you ask, not give you a load of grief about it. Or, for example, you might say on a forum, you might say, what do you think about, I don't know, think of a reel, the GS 3000, and then a million people will say, Daiwa reels are terrible, get Fox. You know, well, that's a pretty bold statement in all fairness, you get what I mean, but answer the question. What do you think about the GS 3000? If you've had one, then answer it, do you know what I mean? But they don't, they just like to rant and say their gear is this and get that, and it's just, I find that you don't really achieve anything in like kart forums and a lot of kart groups, you know, on Facebook and stuff like that. Like, a lot of the stuff people say is valid, but very few people give constructive feedback nowadays. You just want to ridicule people, you know. It's like obviously COVID started a lot of people fishing and stuff like that, and then it's hard to get on lakes, and you're getting people complaining that you can't get this and you can't get that because of COVID, and all the nods are out on the bank. Like, get a grip, mate. People do what you want to do. So if you want to fish how you want to fish, do what you want to do, as long as it doesn't contravene the rules of the lake and you're not impinging on anybody else's swim or anything like that, you know, like gentlemanly rules, then do it. If you want to use a bait boat, use a bait boat, you know. If you want to lead the water up all day, lead the water up. It's in your swim. So don't, because I can imagine a lot of people turn up with fear of looking like they don't know what they're doing. Well, there's plenty of times when I've not known what I've done when I come to a new lake, but I don't care. You ain't going to learn unless you just try and figure it out, you know, and practice. So yeah, if anybody out there does have that feeling, you know, you turn up to a lake and you're worried that everyone's watching you and stuff like that, just crack on. Do you know what I mean? As long as you're not doing anything wrong to them, crack on. I said, because it's going to improve your angling in the end, you know, or find yourself a place where they help out. You get helped out, you know, if you're a beginner angler. It's like, we've got two lads in Pompigs, Kev and Daz, and they're new to fishing, but they're nice lads, so we like them on the team, you know. And they've said, like, in the past that it's hard to learn things, because yeah, you can watch the videos and that, but you've got questions on them videos, and like, we help them out. I've spent many a time on video calls with them, teaching them how to tie their leaders onto like the spod rods, and how to tie different rigs and stuff like that, and explain the mechanics a little bit better. So no, if you're struggling, tip for you, just find a team, like try and find a beginner friendly team for yourself, and you'll learn tenfold from that.